Amid the noises of the night in downtown Oslo, the regular drone of cars outside the window, the distant siren that rose and fell, and the church bells that had begun to chime nearby, a rat went on the hunt for food. She ran her nose over the filthy linoleum on the kitchen floor. The pungent smell of gray cigarette ash, the sugary sweet aroma of blood on a piece of cotton gauze, the bitter odor of beer on the inside of a bottle cap, Ringness lager. Molecules of sulfur, saltpeter, and carbon dioxide filtered up from an empty metal cartridge case designed for a 9 by 18 mm lead bullet, also called a Makarov, after the gun to which the caliber was originally adapted. Smoke from a still smoldering cigarette with a yellow filter and black paper bearing the Russian Imperial Eagle. The tobacco was still edible. And there, a stench of alcohol, leather, grease, and asphalt. A shoe. She sniffed it. The obstacle lay on its side with its back to the wall, blocking the entrance to the nest. Her 8 newly born, blind, hairless babies were screaming ever louder for her milk. The mountain of flesh smelled of salt, sweat, and blood. It was a human body, a living human body. Her sensitive ears could detect the faint heartbeats between her baby's hungry squeals. The church bells were ringing in time with a human heart now. 1 beat, 2, 3, 4. The rat bared her teeth. July? Shit! It sucks to die in July. Is that really church bells I hear? Or were there hallucinogens in the damn bullets? Okay, so it stops here. And what difference does it make? Here or there? Now or later? But do I really deserve to die in July? With the birds singing, bottles clinking, laughter from down by the Acker Selva, and freaking summer merrimen right outside the window? Do I deserve to be lying on the floor of an infected junkie pit with an extra hole in my body as life rushes out of it along with flashbacks of everything that led me here? Is that me? Is that everything? Is that my life? I had plans, didn't I? And now it's no more than a bag of dust. A joke without a punchline. So short, I could have told it before that insane bell stopped ringing. Shit! No one told me it would hurt so much to die. Are you there, Dad? Don't go. Not now. The joke goes like this. My name's Gusto. I lived to the age of 19. You were a bad guy who screwed a bad woman, and 9 months later I popped out and got shipped to a foster family before I could say Dada. I caused as much trouble as I could. They just wrapped the suffocating care blanket even tighter and asked me what I wanted. A frickin' ice cream? They had no goddamn idea that people like you and me would end up shot, exterminated, that we spread contagion and decay and would multiply like rats if we got the chance. They have only themselves to blame, but they all want things. Everyone wants things. I was 13 the first time I saw my foster mother's eyes what she wanted. You're so handsome, Gusto, she said. She had come into the bathroom. I had left the door open and hadn't turned on the shower so that the sound wouldn't warn her. She stood there for exactly a second too long before going out. And I laughed, because now I knew. That's my talent. Dad, I can see what people want. Do I take after you? After she left, I looked at myself in the full-length mirror. She wasn't the first to call me handsome. I developed earlier than the other boys. Tall, tight, already broad-shouldered, hair so black it gleamed, high cheekbones, square chin, a big, greedy mouth, but with lips as full as a girl's, smooth, tanned skin, brown, almost black eyes. The brown rat, one of the boys in the class called me. Didrik, think that was his name. He was going to be a concert pianist. I'd just turned 15, and he said it out loud in class. That brown rat can't even read. I just laughed, and, of course, I knew why he'd said it. Knew what he wanted. Camilla. He was secretly in love with her, and she was not so secretly in love with me. At a school dance, I copped a feel to see what she had under her sweater, which wasn't much. I'd mentioned it to a couple of the boys, and Didrik must have picked up on it and decided to shut me out. Not that I gave a shit about being in, but bullying is bullying. So I went to Tutu in the motorcycle club, the bikers. I dealt some hash for them at school and said that I needed some respect. Tutu said he'd take care of Didrik. Later, Didrik wouldn't explain to anyone how he got 2 fingers caught under the top hinge of the boys' bathroom door, but he never called me a brown rat again. And, right, he never became a concert pianist either. Shit, this hurts so much. No, I don't need any consoling, Dad. I need a fix. One last shot, and then I'll leave this world without a peep. I swear. There goes the church bell again. Dad,